If you asked me 15 years ago that I'd be a content creator, I probably would have laughed. I was shy and introverted, and I thought that creativity was something for artists, people who could draw or make music. And since I couldn't do either of those things, I didn't think I was very creative. But back in 2015, I had a breakthrough and a disruption that I really needed. At the time, I was searching for change, motivation, a purpose. I decided to take myself on a trip. And not only did I just go on this trip, I went by myself internationally for the first time to Japan. And so on this trip, I knew I wanted to record. So I ended up buying a GoPro, even though I had no idea how to use it and what kind of video shots I wanted to shoot. But I filmed the experience, I learned how to make a video, and I posted that video to YouTube. Fast forward to today, and I have a desire to create and to share and to guide through videos. I just really enjoy putting a lot of my ideas into this video format. But even though I had a desire to create videos, it had a lot of roadblocks to get to the end point. See, I actually tried to launch this YouTube channel 3 years ago, but I kept having a lot of false starts. I mentioned this in a previous video, how I fixed my burnout. I used this analogy from the video game The Sims, where I had a creativity bar that just kept getting depleted. I was hopeful that I had found solutions that could help me gain back my creativity, but much of it was just temporary, and I kept getting paralyzed before I could make the next video. It just wasn't the change that I needed. In the middle of 2024, I had a trip planned with some friends to go to Europe. It was a promise we made together in college that we would attend Tomorrowland when we became essentially adults. And the week of the trip, I was diagnosed with shingles. And the doctor looked at me and he was like, "You're way too young to be getting shingles." And he told me that this tends to happen if I'm just overly stressed with people at my age. I thought, let me just film this trip and I'll figure things out when we get back and I'll make this a video and it'll be great, right? But the week I got back, my motivation had depleted that same week and I never got that video out. But that was a defining moment for me. I needed a hard reset and I knew it. So similar to 2015, 10 years later in 2025, I made some changes. The first thing I did was I moved deeper into Los Angeles, right in the middle of it. This is something that was not normal for me and definitely outside of my comfort zone as I grew up and typically lived in more quiet areas. So I put myself in the middle of a lot. But it shocked my mind and it really opened up my experience and my, want to try new things given the accessibility of the things that are around me. I've found myself, walking to more places, trying new stuff, taking the train, and just getting more out of Los Angeles in a way that I wouldn't have gotten if I hadn't made this move. And so far, it's been a really good change. Next was getting a new job. This was the real change I needed, and deep down I knew that. It was scary, the thought of changing jobs, especially after being somewhere for so long and just getting comfortable with that process. But I wanted to prioritize my peace. I wanted to change something. And in reality, I just needed to switch up the formula. If I wasn't going to change something, now nothing was going to change and the stress was just going to follow me. And I can say after 8 months, this was exactly the right change for me. I found myself being so much less stressed. I've had enough time to really recover and reflect on everything. And it's just really brought back the motivation to start creating. And that's why I'm here today making more YouTube videos. I want to share why, again, I'm starting YouTube and what I have in store. Maybe I'm just hitting this age where I think that my experiences are worth sharing now and that I have unique stories that are worth telling and that I have purpose in mind with the things that I want to share. And regardless of who it reaches, if this inspires one person, that maybe it's all worth it. A lot of these things I'm going to share are my own experience and the challenges that I faced and what I did to overcome them. Things I want to cover are things that I'm doing in my life, things that I'm doing locally here in Los Angeles, the new experiences I'm going through. I want to share my continued fitness journey that I've had the past 10 years, including the upcoming Spartan races that I've committed to. I want to share the trips that I do solo or the ones that I do with friends. And overall, I just want to share the life hacks and optimizations that I've applied to my life and that I think could be helpful to you too. Following this, I want to share the tech that I use. Being a prosumer and working in IT, I have a vast amount of experience with different devices that I've come across. If you were to ask my friends, about tech and how they apply to my life, they would probably tell you that I'm pretty obsessed with it, and they definitely wouldn't know what phone I'm running these days. But that does work out in their favor, as I have experience explaining what kind of phones are out there, pros and cons, different TVs, devices, video games, mobile carriers, you name it, right? If it's tech related, I probably have some sort of answer or something that I've looked into regarding it. With that kind of experience, I definitely want to share a lot of the tech reviews that I want to do, and just share what tech I use every day of my life. And lastly, I want to share my skydiving journey up until this point. I'm on something that I call the Path to 200, which basically is to reach 200 jumps so that I can wear a camera. I mentioned this in a previous video, and I've been in the sport for 3.5 years, but I still haven't reached 200 jumps. A lot of that is attributed to a lot of the same things that delayed my YouTube journey and taking that seriously. But I've found the motivation to get back into it, and I decided to get skydiving coaching. I've been working in a skydiving indoor tunnel down in Oceanside, and it's been great working with the coach. He's really helped me out to start making a lot of progress in my flying. And I don't want to embarrass them, so I won't explicitly call them out. But I recently met someone who told me that they saw my video about my first year into skydiving, and it helped them decide to get their skydiving license down at my drop zone, Skydive Elsinore. And hearing that just absolutely re-motivated me, and it made me really want to create YouTube videos again. And so shout out to them. I really appreciate them. And so when I, finally reach that path to 200, I'll definitely make a video about it. But even after that, I'll definitely be making a lot more skydiving content when I wear a camera. So this is me making a statement to my viewers, but also to myself. And I want to revisit this at the end of the year. By putting this out into the internet and the world, I'm making a commitment to this and I'm sticking by it. I want to post at least 20 videos for you guys to see. I have so many ideas to share, so I know this goal is obtainable. And through that, I'm hoping to make at least 5,000 subscribers. I think that's a ballpark number, but I would love to see how far I get at the end of the year. And I have a lot of ideas I want to share with you all. So I know I won't run out of videos, but by highlighting them here is me committing to making these ideas, so I put this on a video for all of you to see. If you made it to the end of this video, I want you to know that I really appreciate you giving me the time to share this. I will make a video at the end of the year, and we'll see how I did. If you're looking to start your YouTube journey, I hope this gives you inspiration. Maybe my story will help you see some of the challenges that you're facing and can overcome them. For me, I'm just finally starting my journey because I made space in a way that I needed. If you're feeling stuck, maybe it's not that you need to try harder, but you need to make space to create. I'll be posting 20 videos this year. That's my promise to you. If you want to hold me accountable and see if I actually make it to jump number 200, hit subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.